my name is Laura Nichols, and I am the Individual and Community Preparedness Regional Lead for the National Capital and Greater Chesapeake region of the American Red Cross.
All right, so my name is Justin. I go by he and him, and I'm from Branchburg, New Jersey. I am a disaster program specialist and do a lot with dispatch and deployments of the Red Cross. So the Red Cross is a humanitarian organization that serves to meet our clients' needs after disaster and prevent human suffering all around, whether that be through our various services such as service to armed forces, which helps mainly with veterans and those who have family members that serve abroad, or the biomedical services, which helps to meet our critical blood need around the country, or disaster services, which is helping every single day with local fires as well as major disaster relief operations such as hurricanes and wildfires around the country. So I've been with the Red Cross for about 5 years now, so pretty long time. I joined EMS a little bit later, about a year and a half ago. I joined EMS just because I wanted to have a greater outreach in the community in terms of healthcare and health and medical needs.
So I actually have a really long relationship with the American Red Cross, beginning from when I was a teenager and I was a lifeguard and did my training for lifeguarding and the water safety instructor. From then after moving to the East Coast and um, going to graduate school and doing other things, we landed in the DC metro area. And about 2.5 years ago, I found that I had time to spend and was excited to learn about a new area. And so I applied for disaster cycle services spot, and here I am.
So I joined the American Red Cross back in 2016. I got involved in blood services when I heard about the critical blood shortages and blood need of patients and things like that. I proceeded to have a greater role at the Red Cross in 2017 when Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico. At that point, I got involved in disaster services and started getting involved in staffing, which basically means helping to staff employees and volunteers at disaster relief operations to help our clients and also reach the Red Cross mission.
I picked disaster cycle services because my history with the Red Cross, like I said, was mostly in health and safety. And I thought it would be an interesting challenge and an area where I have a lot of learning to do myself, but also because there is such a huge need. And so that's why I started there. But then also, I kind of landed in preparedness, which is, it's doing education in the front end. It's preventable things that we do outreach for, because of my schedule. Have a family, and so this way that I can do things during the day. I'm not the best middle of the night crisis call because I have small people in my house.
I would say my favorite part about EMS and being part of the Red Cross is that direct, either patient or client interaction. The experiences that we're able to make with our clients, the relationships and rapport we're able to establish. It's just really amazing. I mean, I always say we're able to give the client a lot of resources and hope after they've lost just about everything or they're in emotional distress. But at the end of the day, we also, and I feel that we do gain so much more from our clients in terms of experience and just being there for them.
I mean, the best answer is actually the one that I get most of the time when I do the pillowcase project presentations, which is when we have the third, fourth, and fifth graders and we talk about being prepared. And one of the questions we ask them is, what is the Red Cross? What do you know about the Red Cross? And what do you know about what we do? And everyone always, there's never been an audience where they haven't said, they help people, or you help people. And I think that actually kind of sums it up. And that's kind of sums it up for me too. And in different areas, it's certain things are more prevalent, but I think that that's what it is. It's there, it's the human touch, it's the focus on the humanity and helping people that is what brings me back every time. Trying to do outreach during a pandemic has been memorable. And so I think, I was only with the Red Cross about a year and a half um, before everything got shut down and schools. My focus with where I am in preparedness, one of our really, really big outreach efforts is in schools to children in elementary schools. So we sort of had to pivot and change how we were not our we had to change how we were thinking about how we were doing our outreach. And so that has been interesting and challenging, and getting all of our volunteers up to speed has been interesting and challenging. And it has taken probably a good solid 6 months for us to be in a place where I feel really good about the presentations we're giving right now, and the way that we're sharing it is effective and interesting for a third grader or a kindergartner. Um, so I think that that part is great, but I will say that the highlight right now is that seeing their faces again, because that is one of the best parts about doing outreach and being able to work with kids, is actually being able to see them. And for a while we were out of touch with that while we were refocusing our energy and trying to figure out how to best move forward with sharing the message of preparedness. The reason that I do it is because I love the interaction. I love knowing that I'm sharing valuable information and making a difference. And I mean, the Red Cross can give you their numbers of tracking about what arenas where we've actually where people have been saved by knowing they needed to have a smoke detector in their house, or by getting a new one put into their home through the sound the alarm program or things like that. So I feel like they're making a real difference in the areas that they're in. I feel like they're visible. Anyone who has experienced an emergency knows how challenging and trying it can be to know, where am I going to go, where am I going to sleep tonight, what am I going to eat, and they just really help eliminate some of that stress by being there, by being and having the people with the level of experience, especially in our region. I feel like, and that's what I love about it, is I have learned so much from the people that I'm around. So even though I focus on preparedness, I get to be involved with the other volunteers across the arena. So as my interests change, that I can evolve into the organization as well. So I think when you come into it as a volunteer and you say, oh, I want to help people. I mean, they'll let you focus on the area that you're interested in, and then let that evolve too as you learn and grow and gain experience. And I also think they do an excellent job of training people to know what the heck they're doing, which is really important. And so sometimes it feels kind of rigorous to be a volunteer for them, but it comes back to you in a really profound way.
I think it's important to volunteer with any organization to gain those experiences and professional development in many different aspects, whether it be disaster services or blood services. There's always something in one of your interests or majors or interest clusters that would that you would like, basically.